Back in 2014, there was a short game or experience released for free on the PlayStation Network of the PS4 titled PT. Now, this game has gone on to live in infamy in a way because it was eventually revealed after much playing around and online speculation, all kinds of different interactivity from the community. It was eventually revealed that this was actually a playable teaser and a proof of concept for a new game at the time titled Silent Hills. This game was going to star Norman Reedus and was being worked on by people like Guillermo del Toro of lots of horror fame and Hideo Kojima of Metal Gear Solid fame. Now, unfortunately, later on, Hideo Kojima would run into a lot of problems at Konami, which we've covered extensively on this channel in the past. There are a lot of he said, she said points of view when it comes down to this, and really when it comes to Konami and Kojima, both of them largely remained silent when it came to the public about speaking out on what happened when Kojima fell out of favor with Konami. But the understood narrative is that Konami was trying to push more and more towards mobile games. Kojima was trying to push more and more towards these large film-like experiences of video games that cost a lot of money to make. And where it becomes a bit iffy is a lot of people reporting that Kojima went massively over budget on MGS5, leading to a lot of the game not even really being finished, essentially being cut short in terms of development, and Kojima being pushed out of the company that was trying to save money and maximize profits. It's unfortunate, it sucks, and there's a lot of things up in the air when it comes down to it that we'll never know unless someone comes out and says them eventually in the future. But this really did ruin a lot of things at the time. It ruined the community perception of the Metal Gear series, with Metal Gear Survive coming out without Kojima and people being really pissed. It ruined Konami's reputation for many years, with them actually still struggling in some ways to rebuild that reputation from those days. And of course, as well, it led to the inevitable cancellation of PT and the falling out as well with creators like Guillermo del Toro and Konami, with Del Toro even sometimes to this day still angrily tweeting things like "fuck Konami" towards the company. A lot of people have not forgotten what happened, but PT then went on to also be delisted from the PlayStation Store, which is where it becomes very infamous because it did spark a lot of outrage and debates and conversation about game preservation and how companies can pull things from you when it comes to digital marketplaces and not even let you play them again. PT is infamously also one of the only games from the PS4 era that I know of that was purposely made not backwards compatible. You're not able to actually re-download this, and even if you transfer this file to a PS5, it doesn't work. So with that said, it appears that the only way now to play PT is if somebody ripped it and used it through emulation, or if they already had it downloaded, right? Well, that's where we're actually wrong, because there have been a lot of fan-made remakes of PT over the years, and today I want to take a few minutes to highlight one that I think was absolutely incredible, which is the PT 10th Anniversary Edition. If you enjoy this video, you want to leave a like, subscribe, I appreciate you very much. This is part of my Halloween series, kind of leading up to the holiday itself. I try to do some fun things for that every year, and I do cover Silent Hill as well as a variety of other things I love on this channel, so I'd love to see you stick around. Also, as well, I do have a question of the day for you, which is, what is your favorite horror game and why? Let me know, and let me know why I should check it out. Now, I actually never knew that the PT 10th Anniversary Edition existed. It was announced on places like Reddit by its creators, but I didn't actually know that this was a thing because the location for this game, while it does make sense now, wasn't one that I would have ever expected. It's in the PlayStation 4 exclusive game Dreams. Now, this game focused a lot on creativity, and you can kind of think of it in a way like something like Gary's Mod, where it's like you can make your own games and your own things using these tools. Or you can look at it in terms of something like Minecraft, where everybody's Minecraft is going to be different, right? Their builds are going to be different, the creativity they come to is going to be different. Well, Dreams is sort of that way, where it gives you these tools to develop games and experiences and animations within that game itself. And I think, looking at it now, it makes total sense that Dreams would be used for a remake of PT, but I never knew it existed because I never actually played Dreams until just this last week. Now, going on Dreams and kind of looking up things and seeing, okay, is there anything from some of my favorite series on here, I was very surprised to come across a game titled PT 10th Anniversary Edition from a creator named Dr. Jones 20, and 4 different collaborators as well, and others who did work on this game. Now, this game was apparently created entirely using the tools and the confines of Dreams. This was created within Dreams using what they had available, and it recreated the experience of PT very, very accurately, even down to the way that the loops worked themselves, with Lisa following the player character, with you actually going into the bathroom, finding the secret pieces of the photo. Even the radio dialogue is replicated here in this game, which is incredible to me. What's even more incredible to me is that this has allowed a preservation of PT, even for people who are not able to actually get the game other ways or who were never able to play it. And even though it is not one-to-one in terms of its visuals, it is pretty close. And I found out when researching for this video and looking at the In Dreams link that the team that worked on this under Dr. Jones 20 is actually working on creating a upscaled or new graphical update for this to make it even more visually accurate to the original PT that was on the PlayStation Store. This was a project of love that was done to preserve PT for free for players to play now. The only entrance cost is actually having a copy of Dreams. You don't pay these people, you don't have to pay anything to access this, and it is even VR compatible, allowing you to directly step into the hallways of the PT house and experience that horror for yourself with your own 2 eyes if you're someone who wants to wet yourself in that way. Personally, I'm just going to play it on my TV. Now, there's a lot of pitfalls that could befall a project like this, like losing the atmosphere, losing the horror, or even creating a villain that is not as scary as the original. But I would argue that with the tools they had, it's not even looking at it through that lens. I'm not even giving them the benefit of the doubt of, oh, well, with the tools they had, it's impressive enough, but it's not very good. No, like, just in general, objectively, this is incredible. Even if it was done outside of Dreams without these tools, on a PC, I would just be impressed in general. Like, no tools from Dreams, nothing like that. It's just made directly for download on PC and that's it as a standalone demo. I would be impressed. But the fact that they were able to make this all work within Dreams as just one of thousands of community creations is mind-boggling, with even the character of Lisa, the spirit or ghost that's haunting the main character throughout this experience, being just as terrifying as in the original release. Now, I'm actually working on a short Let's Play of this as well, which I'm going to be posting in the next week or two over on Degenerate Plays, which is my Let's Play channel where I cover all kinds of different types of games and hang out with my wife and my friends and talk podcast style about different stuff. I plan to be uploading that there too, so if you're interested in that, you can check back on that channel. But in general, I did want to just take a couple minutes to highlight this for this spooky season because I think it is incredible and something that a lot of people don't know exists. And it is so clearly just a love letter to the original experience that I am blown away at the passion that the team put into this. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I will be interested to read your thoughts as well. If you like this video, you want to leave a like, subscribe, I appreciate that as always. If you want to support this channel, we do have our other channels in the description, but we do also have a membership on this channel, which I've tried to make very affordable, very cheap. There are 2 tiers with exclusive videos. One has like 70 videos so far. I think one has almost 85 or almost 90 videos so far. So there's a lot of exclusive videos over there. And we do also have our own store, which we appreciate your support on, cosmobunny.shop. Now this is a store where we sell all kinds of one-of-a-kind items like coasters, keychains, trays, and more, made from recycled paper, from old art and old books that have been damaged. Kind of like this recreation of PT, what we try to do is take art from the past and preserve it in a way while making something new. So that's always our goal, using those damaged books, and we love doing things there, and we appreciate your support. Until Halloween, or until the end of Halloween of 2025, code MOON will get you 20% off your first order over there. Otherwise as well, we do have a code that's always running pretty much, which is DJAY123 for 10% off your first order. We hope you have a fantastic day, and as always everyone, stay shui.